Yeet. Happy New Year. Happy 2025 to everyone. It's been a while since I've live streamed some pro wrestling, but tonight, WWE Monday Night Raw will be live on Netflix for the first time ever. So thanks for tuning in and watch my live play watch long reactions live right here on YouTube. I know throughout football season this past fall, we've missed a few shows to say the least. Don't worry though, we'll recap and update all of those at a later date, so stay tuned for more content live right here on YouTube. But we're going to kick off the Road WrestleMania a little early as Saturday night's main event has returned. WWE will have the Royal Rumble in a little less than a month before the show of shows, the showcase of the Immortals on the grandest stage of them all. WrestleMania takes place in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada this year. WrestleMania 41 come April. But here we are, January the 6th. So WWE Monday Night Raw, no longer on cable television, since it's always been on cable TV since its inception over 30 years ago, and now on a streaming platform, Netflix. So we'll have to see if there's any buffering, disconnect, reconnect, in that regard. Obviously, we had the Tyson fight and then some NFL action on Christmas. So I think we should be in the clear. But this is going to be WWE Monday Night Raw for the foreseeable future. It'll be on Netflix. They'll be live. You won't have to order a disc and, have it get delivered to you and then you got to mail it back by any means. But obviously be on demand right afterwards if you did miss it. So it'd be like, taping, recording it on the DVR. But we'll have to see what's in store this evening. But they're in SoCal, Los Angeles, California, for the Raw Netflix debut this evening, the new Intuit Dome, home of the Clippers. So they got a packed show, to say the least. We'll see what kicks off it. Along with is in the middle before the main event. Hearing some rumblings of a potential 3+ hour Raw for the first time ever. Obviously, from 1 hour to 2 hours, and then now 3 hours. Even though they did go back to 2 hours the past few months, they're back to 3 hours. They'll be live on Netflix. And once again, these are my live play watch long reactions live right here on YouTube. So thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm your host, Encyclopedia of Sports, Quinn Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. That'll be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit the red subscribe button, notification bell next to it as well to stay up to date. Once again, links in the description below. Thumbs up button if you're ready for some WWE Monday Night Raw live once again on Netflix. So if you're looking for it on USA Network, you're not going to find it. You'll find whatever the hell they have on the USA Network tonight. Obviously, Friday Night SmackDown now on USA, but Monday Night Raw now on Netflix. So we're live on Netflix, about 5 minutes or so away from the top of the hour. They have the just basic, hey, your show begins in this amount of time. It has the new WWE Monday Night Raw logo. They're dropping the beats, so if you hear any background noise other than dogs barking, obviously, that's where that's coming from. So it says the live event starts in, like I said, about 5 minutes. So should be a good show. At least hoping for it to be. Like I said, kicking off the road to WrestleMania. These are my live play watch along reactions. Once again, live right here on YouTube for WWE Monday Night Raw and the Raw debut on Netflix this evening. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Once again, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cohen Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Press the subscribe button, notification button next to it, live right here on YouTube as well to stay up to date. Thumbs up button if you're excited. Hoping to enjoy and see the first Raw of the new year, I might add, as well as they'll gear up for another Saturday Night Main Event at the end of the month before the Royal Rumble, and then really get into the thick of it for WrestleMania season. But share hashtag WWE, hashtag WWE Raw as well. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks, always greatly appreciated. On top of all that, as this video is powered by Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, and Dead and Hungry. First off, with Rogue Energy, be sure to get your favorite energy and hydration flavors in Kenner tub form, shakers, and Rogue Energy merch at the link in the description below. Be sure to use the code Luke, that's L-U-K-E, Luke123 for 10% off. HopeKThrifts is a secondhand resale shop that focuses on saving the environment in a cheap and fashionable way, as most items are $20 or less and include brands like American Eagle, Converse, Free People, and Shein, among others. HopeKThrifts found on Depop, Instagram, Macari, and Poshmark at, yes, you guessed it, HopeKThrifts. That's HopeKThrifts. So be sure to use the message seller code CHEAPTHRIFTS, CHEAPTHRIFTS, CHEAPTHRIFTS for 10% off. Link also in the description below. And then Dead and Hungry, novel written by Nathan D. Mitchell. You can find it on Amazon. And once you go check it out on Amazon, if that doesn't interest you, you might as well be what the title says. Also, if you haven't done so already, be sure to scan the QR code behind me. And once again, thanks for tuning in and watching my WWE Monday Night Raw live play-by-play watch-along reactions live right here on YouTube, as we're on Netflix. And now about 2.5, 3 minutes away from this bad boy kicking off. So we'll see what happens. It's going to have that, pay-per-view type feel, I'd have to guess. A lot of build-up. We'll see if there's delivery or not, but I'm sure there's going to be a few things they're going to have to work the kinks out of. Just mainly once more. Hopefully there's no buffering, disconnect, reconnect. Just not with myself, with the live stream, but with, Netflix. We know how the start of the Tyson fight went before Thanksgiving against Jake Paul. Who knows about Logan Paul tonight by any means. Hopefully he gets put in his place. They worked that out, and then from the Christmas Day games in the National Football League with the Chiefs and Steelers and Ravens and Texans, that was smooth. That was a breeze, watching those on a streaming platform. Seemingly, Netflix's live events are going to be like, all the other streaming services' live events. And yeah, you'll get commercials, matter of when they are, what they are, that's still yet to be seen. But yeah, should just be like watching a normal TV show on regular TV. It's just nowadays in the world we live in, it's okay, yeah, you still have your normal setup, but there's streaming. And now a minute away. So we just counted down, the ball dropped into the new year, and now here we are going to kick off Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So we'll see if this live event actually starts in 45 seconds now or not. It is 7:59 officially, so yeah, I'll leave it at that, and we'll see what the hell happens. We're just gonna on a whim here tonight and let it play out, and whatever the hell happens, happens. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. share, chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always great appreciated as well. Go check out Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, Dead and Hungry, and scan the QR code behind me if you haven't done so already. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So they say, are you ready? It says the live event is about to start. Maybe we'll have to get out of it and get back into it. Let's click watch live once more. Yeah, it still says the live event is about to start. And we're live on Netflix. But the show still hasn't started yet. It is 8 o'clock. Now, here we go. They fade to black. The Netflix intro. Little WWE Monday Night Raw, Netflix and chill. And then now Forever Together, WWE. With the opening video package. And away we go. This ought to be interesting. Aerial shot of the Intuit Dome in LA. Just opened recently. It's the home of the NBA's LA Clippers. So they had a red carpet for this event. Obviously, you had the Golden Globes last night. It is award season in Cali. But, I mean, who would ever thought? I mean, just over time, you know, as much as things change, you know, things stay the same. But obviously, you got to adapt, you got to grow. We'll see how it plays out. So they're giving the intros with everybody as they normally do, arriving to the building and such. So, and now you are looking live. 17,000 plus tonight as Raw is Netflix. And shout out to the sponsors. Yeah, but Monday Night Raw is live on Netflix for the first time ever tonight. It's a big deal for sure. And what the hell is this? It looks like the ring is covered as it would be with a drape that covers the, you know, front of a concert stage, and then it's going to drop, and then there you go. But they're going to tell the story of wrestling and go way back when. Triple H giving the voice a little chills for sure. Yeah, wrestling's obviously always been around, but you know, as they say with TV, you know, wrestling really changed as the world did. Because before then it would have just been all, you know, radio. And then from black and white to color, and just Raw being war and the Attitude Era. And I mean, they just celebrated 40 years of WrestleMania, for God's sakes. Hulkster with a slam on Andre. Stone Cold stunning everybody in sight. There's Bray Wyatt, who recently passed away. But, like, you know, generationally, you go from Bruno to Andre to Hogan, and then Austin, Rock, Cena, Reigns, and Rhodes. The story of WWE that they present with a painting and just a lot of flashbacks. And yeah, they drop it, and Triple H is in the middle of the ring. And there's the new mat with all the sponsors, as it would be a boxing ring. Triple H chant. Obviously, are you ready? Crowd making noise. This is the moment. And it's around the world, live on Netflix. This ain't just in the States, you know. And then, you know, you have other network deals with other countries. The WWE Universe is now universally global. And there's the new mic. Just a simple circular design with the new Raw logo. Are you ready? He says, welcome to Monday Night Raw. Welcome to Netflix, the Netflix era, so they're going to call it. And they got Pyro in the ring going off now. And you got the small entrance that they've worked with the past almost year or so. Looks like the announcer commentating table is still ringside. Heard Michael Cole a minute ago. Yeah, we're all on Netflix. And they have the lights go out. And what the hell is this? Come back on with a white light. Come back out again. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, the great one, the final boss, with his People's Championship on his shoulder, gonna tell all the Cody crybabies to shut the fuck up. there is Dwayne, if you will. The Rock on the board, kicking off with his chills. The first ever WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So, millions and millions in the house and watching around the world on Netflix right now. Thanks for tuning in to watch my live play, watch along reactions, library on YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. The link's in the description below. So, yeah, he was gifted that title at the Hall of Fame ceremony in Philly, WrestleMania 40 weekend last year. That's right. Obviously, he's had it since. You have the Rock Reigns situation in the bloodline. Obviously, you know, blood being thicker than anything. But, you know, the Cody storyline. You know, we'll see where they go with this. But yeah, the Rock's kicking off Monday Night Raw tonight. So he's just walking around, taking it all in. Goes and shakes Michael Cole's hand. Goes and shakes Pat McAfee's hand. They're bleeping, you know. I mean, you would have thought potentially they're going to let some shit slide. But, I mean, they're still, you know, as he hands the title over to his family who's sitting ringside, he's not going to get in the ring. You know, they're still, whether you want to say kid-friendly, you know, with everybody in attendance. I mean, that's the thing, though. Going to a concert, going to a show, it's like, shit's going to get said. Who fuck cares? But posing in the corner and yeah, The Rock's the most electrifying man in entertainment, they say, all of WWE. Obviously, from being a former Hurricane to the CFL to Rocky Maivia, you know, The Rock, and then going to Hollywood. And I mean, the WWE's changed, you know, a lot just over the past couple years. Good or bad. I mean, they know we're still going to sit and watch. I mean, here we are, but Rock's got a mic in his hand, and looks like Fortnite with the sponsorship is dead center in the ring. See what the other ones are here throughout the night. Almost 1,900 days since Ohio State beat Michigan, I might add. And the Buckeyes play the Texas Longhorns in the Cotton Bowl Friday night. However, I'll have live play, watch along reactions over on YouTube Thursday night with the Orange Bowl. We are Penn State as Nittany Lions take on the Golden Domers, the Fighting Irish Notre Dame. So be sure to tune back in then. But Monday Night Raw tonight on Netflix. The Rock's in the ring. Real American Beer, Hulk Hogan's beer company, on the mat. He's talking about being a little pebble and, you know, being in the business. Yeah. Still buy a ticket and go to the show. Yeah, it's not Saturday mornings anymore. It's been live on Monday nights, live on other nights of the week too, but I mean, this is, Netflix is global. This ain't, like I said, just in the States or on delay elsewhere. So
is the largest arena gate in the history of the WWE.
They say the largest gate in the history of the WWE. Well, with the way prices are nowadays, yeah, that's no surprise. Finally. WWE's come back to Netflix. Yeah, that is bullshit. I don't think they've ever been on Netflix before. Until tonight. He says, finally, Rock. And he's come back to LA. Well, it's where he lives, for the most part. As he's grown a little bit of a beard. Got some stubble. But he's wearing his final boss vest. He's going to go Squid Games on the Netflix people a little bit later on, so he says. Show on the road here.
This man has carried this company on his back for a year.
The Rock saying that Cody Rhodes has done an amazing job the past year, as he's actually ringside, like front row. Right behind the announcers. Yeah, well, that's the setup. What's next? One more thing. Tell Mama Rhodes that The Rock said hi and hello. Rock gonna acknowledge Roman Reigns. Throw him up, we the ones. We'll have tribal combat tonight to see who the real tribal chief is, whether it's Roman or Solo Sikoa. OTC chant from the crowd obviously returned at SummerSlam, but Roman's the tribal chief. He's the original tribal chief, but Rock's what? The high chief at this point?
Tonight, tribal combat rules. Solo versus Roman. The Rock is going to be watching. The world is going to be watching. The Rock, proudly, is a high chief of Samoa, High Chief Ceruli. That is a title I carry with pride, respect, honor, warrior spirit. I'm going to be watching this match closely. Los Angeles, I love you. The world watching right now. Netflix, I love you. Let's get this show on the road.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking, what Netflix is cooking. He takes a long pause. Rocky chant from the crowd. So he exits the ring. Of course, green shirt guy's front row. And Rock and Cody dapping up. Rock now going to go get the People's Championship title back from his kids. And now here comes Solo Sikoa. So Tribal Combat will kick this show off. And we'll see who the real Tribal Chief is. There's a long walkway to this entrance. But Ulafala, the Samoan necklace, and you got the bloodline, and then Solo's bloodline with Fatu and company, who he loves Solo, by the way, if you didn't know. But yeah, been a good feud. I mean, we've talked about the bloodline numerous times over the past however many years at this rate. But they're now going to go to commentary. Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, some new graphics as well. They say most historic night. There's the Netflix logo, I might add, as well on the mat. And then there's a couple others I haven't been able to make out yet. I mean, we really haven't had any action in the ring yet to this point. So now here comes the big dog. The Tribal Chief, who sits at the head of the table of the bloodline. The OTC, the original Tribal Chief. Remember, returning at SummerSlam, the Solo fought Cody Rhodes for the title. Throw him up, we the ones. Roman Reigns in another Tribal Combat match. As the wise man, Paul Heyman, will be by his side. There's Pyro. And here we go. It'll be Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, kicking off Monday Night Raw on Netflix in Tribal Combat. So, yeah, he was champ for almost 4 years. Shouldn't have lost, but he did. It's worked itself out. And obviously, you know, the bloodline story, they eventually will. It's just a matter of when, but they still need to do Reigns Rock. That honestly might be the end of it all. That's why they're gonna, as Cody beat Roman at WrestleMania after losing to him the year prior, you know, have the bloodline expand, split, come back together. post as they show off his accolades. Yeah, won the Royal Rumble probably a year too late, almost a decade ago. But yeah, just Roman's been the guy and still is the guy. And the refs with a little bit of a new look tonight as well, as they'll bring in the drone shot. Throw him up once again. We the ones acknowledging Roman Reigns. I believe Cricket and the Rehod season logos are also on the mat, if I'm not mistaken. So, here's our intro. And the following is going to be tribal combat. Which means anything goes. Okay? They can do whatever the hell they want to each other and get away with it. It's basically no DQ. So, what does that sign say? Too much oil. And Solo getting introduced to Booze as he throws it up. We the ones acknowledging Roman, I guess. But Heyman gonna take the mic and now introduce Roman. So let me know in the comments below. One, who you think's gonna win this, but then two, what do you think of the new ring mat? And Paul Heyman Roman Reigns, reigning, defending, and soon to be undisputed OTC Roman Reigns. One and only. There can only be one, that's why they're having this match. OTC chant from the crowd. Snickers logo on the mat as well. It feels like with the new ring mat, obviously SmackDown had a blue one the other night. And a fuck you Solo chant that is not getting bleeped. Thank you. Yes. But yeah, SmackDown with the new blue mat, that's 3 hours on USA to, make up for 3 hours, of Raw. Not on USA Network now, obviously now on Netflix, but Raw can be 3 hours, if not longer. But it just feels like with, all the sponsorship, and then as they give us the bottom graphic for this match as well, they'll fade to black and go to break. So we got our first commercial, and the Chiefs to the Chefs. But NFL playoffs begin next weekend. Got the college football playoff continuing as well at the Final Four. Orange and Cotton Bowls later on this week. Once again, I'll have live play, watch along reactions live here on YouTube. Then to be streamed back in, but WWE Monday Night Raw this evening. But just with that, but with the ref outfit now, and it's not black, but it's a dark gray, and the WWE logo in the pocket corner, rather than the zebra stripes for an official referee. It just feels like they're going for that fight feel, you know, boxing, let alone obviously you have the tie-in with UFC with Endeavor, and you look at an octagon and look at the mat there with all the logos of all the sponsors. It's just not something you'd be used to be seeing in, just like pro wrestling. I mean, AEW's done it, for their pay-per-views over the past 5 years, but just WWE in general. But then over time, because remember way back when there was never any entrance music, and then there were entrances, and then now it's sort of similar thing of they're changing this aspect, changing that aspect, and yeah. So we're going to break here, bottom of the hour. Took a half hour with the Triple H intro, The Rock saying what he said, and then the two entrances with the match introduction for this Tribal Combat match coming up next with Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. So they'll probably go a good half hour, and then they'll get the show on the road then with still what's to come. So it does feel like they're just going to have time to really do whatever the hell they want. It's not going to be a time crunch to fit this in, and maybe gets half-assed because of it, but still weird this ain't being on just normal TV. Like, you gotta get on Netflix and click on watch live rather than just type in the number to the channel, or just go to the guide and click on the channel and so on and so forth. But like I said, from cable television to streaming, it's just where we're at. So bell rings, match underway, and here we go. And the winner with Roman and Solo here will, in fact, be the one and only Tribal Chief of the Bloodline. I mean, it's Tribal Combat. You'd have to think, as Roman's kicking off the show, always been main eventing, they'll lock up middle of the ring, and here we go. But there's going to be, interference all over the damn place in this match, and, we'll see who gets involved, and, see who gets helped or screwed, and so on and so forth. So just once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. So, OTC chant once again from the crowd. Yeah, you got the Real American Beer logos in the two corners, Riyadh Seas in the other two, cricket on both sides, and then Snickers and Netflix with Fortnite dead center. So obviously, money talks, and rather than, it's a match brought to you by, this or that, it's going to be there for every match. We know the normal, sponsors for the most part for the WWE. And now go to the announce table. That's a little bit bigger. Yeah, remember, no rolls, no countouts. Pinfall submission, only way to win. Solo getting booed. As they show off with the QR code. Upcoming events, be sure to scan the QR code behind me if you haven't done so already.
Sikoa has been a better leader of the bloodline than Roman Reigns ever was. That he's checked his ego at the door. That he's allowed the likes of Tagalo and Tamatanga take the pot too. Ooh, to the off.
And a big clothesline there by Roman. Off the ropes they work. And Roman with a reversal of a clothesline of his own. And it says, "This is my yard." And now the crowd's counting along. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A couple punches into the corner and off the ropes. He's going to go for a spear, but Solo fighting back. And I'll show a replay. There's the WWE Royal Rumble logo. They're promoting that, obviously. That'll be Saturday, February the 1st. I'll have videos from that event, so be sure to keep an eye out for those being uploaded to the channel, along with recent videos from events I've attended that I haven't had the chance to upload yet. Those will be up in due time, along, as mentioned, with a recap of results of what's happened over the past couple months in the world of pro wrestling, as Solo throws Roman on top of the announce table, and Michael Cole and Pat McAfee trying to readjust themselves, and a monitor with Solo to the head of Roman. And now Solo standing on top of the announce table with a finger in the air. Michael Cole, I gotta get the hell out of here. It's more free range, more, free Roman, allowed to do this, allowed to do that. I mean, as it's been, since Triple H took over almost 3 years ago now, which is hard to believe. Time's just absolutely flown by. I don't know where the hell it's gone. But, yeah, we got Monday Night Raw on Netflix here tonight for the first time ever. Steel steps from Solo to Roman. Roman down into the corner. Solo now will sit on those steps, and they'll fade to black and go to another break. So this match will continue, and we'll get back to it momentarily. So leave it at that and see where we go from here. But obviously, yeah, they'll drag this out and have the match continue. I mean, it's not like a, pay-per-view match by any means. It's, on pay-per-view for their premium live events now, as they call them, that you see everything, as if you would be there in person. Like, this is still technically a weekly television show. So yeah, there's going to be commercial breaks, which people had thought wasn't going to be possible when, they made this announcement that Raw was going to Netflix. No, like I said, it was, and it's a lot like, say, with NBC having Peacock, CBS having Paramount Plus. If there's a live sporting event, say, on the network, it can also be streamed live, on the streaming service, let alone it's exclusive to the streaming service. That's sort of what Raw is, not sort of, actually is to Netflix. It's going to be the only place you're going to be able to watch this live. You can still obviously watch highlights and such elsewhere. But, yeah, they're kicking off the road to WrestleMania a few weeks early. Obviously, Royal Rumble, not until February the 1st, but, yeah, you have this show tonight. You'll still have NXT on Tuesdays, but, Raw and SmackDown, Mondays and Friday nights, weekly, and then, your once a month pay-per-view. Like, as I said, even with this being a big deal and a big show, as much as things change, things stay the same. Like, everything else, for the most part, is still going to be the same. Because then they'll go from that to Elimination Chamber, which will be March the 1st, because the dates in February and March are aligned on the same day of the week as February 1st is a Saturday. March 1st is a Saturday. Obviously, February only has 28 days, 29 during leap year. March with 31. But then remember, WrestleMania is not going to be the first week of April anymore. It's going to be pushed back to mid to late April now. And we'll see if that's going to be the new norm moving forward after this year. But back from break already. Solo with the steel chairs. Roman's back into the ring. Heyman ringside. So actually 2 steel chairs for Solo Sikoa. And to the gut of Roman. And now to the back with a steel chair shot. Ref checking in. And Solo with a couple more steel chair shots to Roman Reigns. And Solo with a acknowledgement. Throw him up, we the ones. There's the Elimination Chamber graphic. So they're rolling out Hall of Stops tonight, just making sure they can tell everybody everything they want to tell us. Solo telling Roman, I loved you, I always loved you, before he punches him again. Get your ass up. And now Roman sitting in the corner, chair around his neck. And Solo going to go old school. Obviously, his twin brothers are Jimmy and Jey Uso. But father, Rikishi, and Roman actually moves out of the way in the corner. So Solo with a rear end into the turnbuckles. So no stink face by any means. Roman back up on his feet, gonna grab that steel chair. OTC chant from the crowd. And to the gut of Solo. And now gonna beat up Solo with the same steel chair Solo beat him up with. So yeah, anything goes in tribal combat. Now, they had it at SummerSlam a couple years ago. It was Roman and one of the Usos. And then here we are again tonight. I mean, tribal combat is sort of like, say, Hell in a Cell would have been for, Undertaker and Kane, or just that stipulation that, like, this is the end of the road for the time being. We want tables. Of course they want a fucking table. They always want a table. So Roman with another steel chair shot, but Solo moves out of the way. So steel chair on steel chair, and then low blow now. And Solo with a rock bottom on Roman on top of the steel chair. Cover. 1, 2, Roman kicks out. So 2, sweet. Match continues. They'll give us a replay. And they show off what's still to come tonight. Yeah. Because before Raw, and then obviously SmackDown came around in the late 90s as well, but 1650 for Monday Night Raw tonight, episode number. And yeah, we're now on Netflix. But I mean, you go from Raw being on this network to this network to this network. You know, most recently over the past 20 years on USA. Solo grabbing a table. You know, before then, Spike, TNN, so on and so forth. You get the point. Like if you've watched, but history evolving. But as Reigns would drive by on the ring apron out of nowhere. So Solo now down ringside. No, but before Raw came around, remember, it was always just house shows, let alone, with all the pay-per-views, they had for a good decade, from WrestleMania 1 to, well, we're putting this thing on TV now, live through the week, not, Saturday mornings, on a delay. Hashtag WWE Raw is #1 in the good old United States of America, trending on social media. So be sure to use that hashtag when you share this live play watch along action stream on social media as well. And once more, thanks for tuning in and watching. Solo with, what is that, a kendo stick? So Roman just got knocked out with that. But from January the 11th to January the 6th, 31 years later, we're on Netflix. And more kendo stick shots from Solo to Roman Reigns. And now he's yelling at Paul Heyman ringside. Solo telling Roman to acknowledge him. But Roman fighting back. Roman with the right hand. Now he has him in a powerbomb position. Remember that table set up in the middle of the ring? And a power bomb from Roman Reigns through the table on Solo Sikoa. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and the ref gets dragged out. Who is that? Tama Tonga. No Tonga Loa, no Jacob Fatu yet. But Tama Tonga, the first to make an appearance in this tribal combat match to help out Solo and take away a pinfall there by Roman. And now somebody else. There's Jacob Fatu. He wanted to go with a super kick, but then slapped Roman, then super kicked him. And there's a DDT. As we all know, Jacob Fatu, he loves Solo Sikoa. So now they're getting the destruction out of the ring with the table that was broken half. And a holy shit chant now, but they're getting Solo in position to beat Roman here, it looks like. But who's coming out to help Roman? There's a spike. Cover. There's the ref. Counting 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.5. OTC chant once again from the crowd. Jacob Fatu along with Tama Tonga and Solo, they like, what the hell? They don't know what to do now. And now they're going to go after the ref, it looks like. And Solo with a spike on the ref. Obviously, it's tribal combat, so anything goes. So they take out the official. And now they're going to beat Roman up here, it looks like. All to hell. Spike him again. Solo tells Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu to set him up. But here comes Sami Zayn, the honorary Uce. And Jimmy Uso by his side. So Sammy fighting Fatu, Jimmy Uso from no yeet to yeet with the Tama Tonga, now a super kick to Solo. And Sami Zayn with a little kick. Going back with Sammy joining the bloodline as the honorary Uce, feeling Ucy as Roman hits a spear on Solo. But remember, there's no ref, so they're calling for a new ref to run down. 1, 2, and Solo kicks out, even though you could have counted into infinity and beyond. Match continues. So now you have basically 3-on-3 here. Roman with Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso with a "This is awesome" chant, but then Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu. And Sammy and Jimmy suicide dive and take them out ringside. So it looks like they're going to fight back up the ramp and back into the back now. And now back into the ring, Reigns up on his feet. Hit him with the ooh, ah. But then Kevin Owens with a stunner out of nowhere. And helping out Solo. And a cover, 1, 2, kick out by Roman. Just had Owens and Rhodes in a story with the title. But Owens beating Reigns all to hell now. And now Cody Rhodes coming out. So he runs down in suit and tie. And him and Owens are going at it now in the middle of the ring. Yeah, they'll continue their feud and have another title match. There's a Cody cutter. Title will be on the line at the Royal Rumble. But Cody and Owens now going to fight into the crowd. And back into the ring we go once again with Roman and Solo. And Superman punch incoming. Solo catches Roman in midair. Misses with the spike. Reigns off the ropes with a spear. And gonna line up another ooh ah. Ooh ah. And spear by Roman on Solo Sikoa. Cover 1, 2, 3. And Roman Reigns wins Tribal Combat. And, well, as we knew, he was the OTC, the original Tribal Chief. The big dog Tribal Chief who sits ahead of the table of the Bloodline and proving it tonight in the win. So, Roman, your winner. And we'll see where they go, now from here with the Bloodline storyline with Roman now still being top dog as he's been, because remember, after Roman lost, they split the Bloodline. Solo went off on his own, and they introduced Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, Jacob Fatu, and that's Solo's Bloodline. But then you still have Roman's Bloodline. They got the band back together with the Usos and the Honoraries Sami Zayn as well. You tie in, obviously, Owens and Rhodes to this, too. So Heyman in the ring with the follow. But here comes The Rock just walking out. So The Rock walking back down the ramp. And yeah, we know with Roman and The Rock, one, we've been wanting this match forever. Don't know when they're going to give it to us, even though it probably could have and should have happened on a couple different occasions, but still hasn't. So we'll see what happens here. So The Rock back in the ring. And gonna ask for the follow from Paul Heyman. Rock has it now in his hands. Is he gonna put it on Roman, or is he gonna put it on himself? Gonna put it on somebody else? No, he'll put it on Roman. But then does he beat him up? Does Roman turn? As they stare each other down, they're going to hug it out? What's going to happen here? OTC chant once again from the crowd. Rock going to take off his sunglasses. They shake hands as blood brothers, and now they'll hug it out. So they say the Roman Empire is back. As they throw the ones to the sky. Hasn't been Roman Empire since before COVID. Because remember, when he came back at SummerSlam in 2020, it was, a totally different Roman Reigns. And then he wins the title a week later and was champion up until, WrestleMania last year. So he celebrates, Rock's in the corner. Heyman with a 1. As Reigns will pose once again. And they'll all leave the ring together. And now we'll go backstage to CM Punk in the locker room. So he'll have a match with Seth frickin' Rollins later on tonight. Obviously, they have a long history. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But now Netflix will take us to a commercial with WWE Shop. So be sure to scan the QR code behind me once again if you haven't done so already. Yeet. So no doubt about it, a hot start. And they say tonight only, but it's the same fucking deal for the most part. With the QR code there as well. But get back to the action momentarily and leave it at that. See what happens from here. Just once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button. Share hashtag WWE, hashtag WWE Raw. Chat questions and comments. Super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Those you get appreciated as well. Go check out Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, Dead and Hungry, and scan the QR code behind me if you haven't done so already.
It makes doing our taxes online so easy. There's also this AI tax assist or help whenever you need.
I think you need.
Do your own taxes online and get unlimited expert.
So yeah, that took an hour, as it's 9 o'clock. So with everything else they have planned, we'll see if it's 11, after 11, or doubt before. I mean, it ain't ever going to be over, before 11. You remember, when it was 2 hours, it was 9 o'clock. The show would just be now starting. It was 9 to 11. 11:05, 11:10. And then over the past decade, they cut back from that, 11:05, 11:10. It's really around COVID time. They just went to the straight 3 hours to 11. But timing wise, yeah, they can really go over, and it'll be, I would think, 11:30 at the latest every week. Doubtful on a midnight run, especially on Monday night, especially for the people there. Obviously you'll learn over the next, a couple weeks and months to come that, dark matches, if they're going to still have them, afterwards, that is, obviously they do what they do before, but just with the timing and everything, like they, will probably do what they do, in the show then at that point, and that's that. Obviously all the dark matches are, what they're going to be running on the house circuit for house shows, which they've cut back on to begin with, but, really just practice for the feuds they have for, upcoming pay-per-views. But, what's this? Video package for potential debut at some point in time. Yeah, Penta. They flat out say, hey, this is him, he's coming. It's a matter of when. Doesn't look like it's going to be tonight. But a new chapter, they say. Is this a Royal Rumble promo? Yeah, of a timeless journey. Begins. And well, this is actually for not this year's Royal Rumble, but next year's Royal Rumble. So before too long, we'll know where WrestleMania 42 is going to be at. But so they'll promote Blood Money. Okay, there's this year's Royal Rumble graphic. Still got, a couple weeks, a couple more shows to get through until then, obviously. And then we'll see who's winning the Battle Royal and going on to main event WrestleMania. But go to commentary. Got a lot of celebrities. So they show Byron Saxton. There's Fluffy with a world title. There's Ashton Kutcher in his Iowa Hawkeye gear. Go Hawks. Michael Che from Saturday Night Live as well. They say Wall A is ringside. There's 619 Rey Mysterio wearing an Eddie Guerrero shirt as the Viking Raiders back to being War Machine. War Raiders, if you will. Next to him with LA Knight, as well. Yeah, there's Wale. Where's Diddy at? You might want to watch out for Diddy. Ashton Kutcher is there. Where's Danny at? But yeah, there's LA Knight. Let me talk to you. So they're just buying time, killing time, really, showing off everybody, getting them on the show, whether they're on the show or not. So what's next? John Cena. But where is he at? I can't see him. And his time is now. His time's actually coming to an end. The Cena farewell tour begins tonight. So, yeah, I can't see him. Where's he at? Throws the towel, runs down the ramp, slides into the ring, 16-time world champ. So Cena now at the 9 o'clock hour. Blue and white's a good color. I mean, they are in LA. Dodgers just won the World Series. Might just be the year for the blue and white. I don't know. But then there's some graphics with the strobe lights. And he says, let's talk to him. Yeah, let me talk to you. Where's LA Knight at? Oh, that's right. He was just ringside. So, something different, something in the air, yeah. He says, damn, there's people everywhere. Yeah. Cena chant from the crowd. Yeah, first time ever simultaneously throughout the world. Raw's being broadcast. And thank you, Cena chant from the crowd now. Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. There's Troy Polamalu. Not really, but Steeler fan wearing his jersey. Here we go, Steelers. They'll play Saturday night in Baltimore against the Ravens in the wild card round. of the NFL playoffs. So I'll have a lot of play watch longer actions over on YouTube then, so be sure to tune back in. He says everybody can see us. I still can't see John Cena, but now he just starts naming off all these fucking countries. He says, thank you, Netflix. And the experience of Monday Night Raw. And he carried the show for years and years and years. And he says, thank you, Monday Night Raw. I mean, you really should be thanking Vince, you know, let alone Triple H, because without the two of them, they wouldn't be, you know, in this point in time that we're in, let alone everybody that's, you know, ever worked and, you know, done this or that for the company. But then it's the fans, you know. Inglewood up to no good. Little California love as we're California dreaming tonight from Monday Night Raw. So 25 years. Been that fucking long. John Cena in the WWE. He says thanks. And a thank you Cena chant now.
This is what this year is about. It's about making moments. There's a lot of noise in here right now, but there's also a lot of noise outside of here. Every day there's a new headline from a new expert on the year ahead. Who am I going to face at WrestleMania? Who am I going to face in my last match in December?
Cena's talking about everybody making predictions on who he's going to face. So he's just going to start naming people now, get a reaction from the crowd. So they tease him winning another world title to become the 17-time world champ to surpass the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. You deserve it chant now. I mean, they say it's his farewell tour. I mean, he's done with this and goes away. He might be done, but you know how that goes with, you know, all the old timers, all the legends, all the greats. They always come back eventually. So, just a matter of for what and when. Been a while since Cena won. He's saying my time's up, their time's now. But crowd boos is like, no, your time's now, buddy. I mean, they'll shove this down our throats for all 2025 by the sounds of it. Whether we like it or not. I mean, he's just going to fucking put over people, you know, or they'll give us a match or two that, you know, they've always wanted to see.
They have some rules. You're supposed to never say never.
Yeah, never say never.
Okay, so let's move never away and say it would take a miracle.
Take a miracle.
I got a better chance at winning an Oscar, and you guys know that that's. Well, you guys know.
Yeah, Cena's got a better shot at winning an Oscar than doing this or that in the WWE. We know his movies.
Win the Money in the Bank briefcase or survive the Elimination Chamber.
But then he's saying, well, stuff that, you know, people said he'd never do, and then he did. So he's trying to do some math, carry the one.
Okay, you're gonna be crazy idea. But maybe I could win the Royal Rumble.
So Cena saying, well, maybe I can win the Royal Rumble. Let me guess, he's going to declare for the Royal Rumble now.
But just hear me out, okay? It's a lottery ticket, but in the lottery you can't win if you don't play.
Yeah.
I was kind of just gonna show up to the Royal Rumble and do the thing and leave, but I should play, right? I should be in the Rumble.
Yeah, play the game.
I mean, for me, it's my last Rumble. There is no maybe next year. And I'm up here talking about thank yous. Well, hell, the best way to say thank you to you is win the Royal Rumble and make history at WrestleMania.
Right? Well, wrong. Somebody's coming out.
It sounds impossible.
Or somebody's going to screw him over in the Rumble.
Nothing's impossible.
He says nothing is impossible. Obviously, never give up.
The only time we say never around here is when we say never give up. Los Angeles, I do owe you a thank you. Because of you, I'm not just going to the Royal Rumble. I'm going to win the Royal
So Cena says he's going to go on to win the Royal Rumble, and you want some, come get some. And then throws the mic, and they hit the music, and he walks out. So 3 weeks from Saturday already, the Royal Rumble. So he'll walk off, and now a Logan Paul Raw on Netflix kickoff video package at the headquarters, and you know how his fame has grown since him and his brother really on social media just gain traction, and whether it's from being the frauds they are, let alone retail thefting it up during COVID, and obviously have Prime, and just, you know, once again with Logan Paul, he's only in the WWE wrestling because he can't fight and can't box, and Jake's only in boxing because he can't fucking fight, but it's the attention, and he's sitting ringside. So he says it's my time as he points to his watch. So who gives a shit, buddy? And now here comes Liv Morgan. So we'll have a championship match now next. Women's Championship Monday Night Raw to be defended here. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, as she'll walk out in all red with Dirty Dom. They're loving the drone shot tonight. And the Intuit Dome has that scoreboard of that wraps, like you know, a few football stadiums do. So obviously, I mean, it's looking like this tonight, but they'll change up, you know, camera angles, and Liv jumps up and is being held now by Dom as they rub noses like they're Eskimos. But up next on Raw, they say, yeah, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, one-on-one. So we'll have that when we return. And they promote SmackDown now on Friday as Tiffy time. It's time. She is the new women's champion on the Blue brand. She cashed in her Money in the Bank the other night and won. And now we'll have a women's championship match here tonight. So, yeah. They're just going to continue to build towards, you know, the Royal Rumble. And we'll have, you know, the storylines continue and so on and so forth as we always do. But not much else to be said at that rate, so I'll leave it at that and get back to it. But it's been a good show to this point. We'll see what the future holds. But obviously, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley have, you know, been in a feud for quite a while to this point. And it goes back to Liv winning the title, you know, from Becky, and Becky hasn't been seen since, and who knows when she's coming back. Might be tonight, might be sometime soon. But then the Rhea and Dom and Liv and Dom story, and, you know, from injuries to returns to more matches, and just saw these two, you know, up close and personal over the summer. So be sure to check out those videos if you've done so already. But yeah, should be another, you know, banger. So no, yeah, they'll have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley next. Main event, they say, is CM Punk, Seth Rollins. So we'll see how that goes and see how the show ends. You know, if we're going to get any glass shattering or not. But yeah, see what happens. So let's go to play out. Obviously, they know what the hell is going on tonight, but we don't. Unless if you obviously look and read all the spoilers, which, you know, at times I'll read the news, but it's like it's just best to let it play out and see what the hell happens. And then, you know, that surprise factor. You know, it's the way it should be. And it's just the way social media is, you know, been and still is. You know, everything, you know, leaks out one way or another. So, yeah, commercial break here, and now the Netflix era is now, they say, WWE Monday Night Raw. The new Raw logo ain't half bad. It's better than the reported, you know, rumored one that it was going to be before they released this. Because that looked a little too, not animated, but just too, as, yeah, the Goodyear blimp celebrating 100 years, giving us an aerial shot. But, too, what's the word I'm looking for? Video game-esque, you know, just too corny. But the one that was the real one, the one they're using tonight, the one that's in the thumbnail, and once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Like I said, it ain't half bad. It stands out, gets the job done. There's Seth Green. So, former Raw host, Robot Chicken. And Macaulay Culkin was home alone for Christmas. But he's now ringside for Monday Night Raw tonight. There's Ice Cube and, well, his son. Some more stars. And they're just giving credit and honor to everybody that's come before them. And they're just buying time, you know, trying to get as many people on the show tonight as they possibly can. As Xbox tells everybody to suck it. There's Shinsuke as well. King of Strong Style. So... Liv Morgan in the ring, awaiting Rhea Ripley. So this is Rhea's brutality now. I wouldn't be surprised if Rhea wins back the title tonight, but at the same point in time, it's like, nah, Liv will probably retain one way or another. So yeah, from the Judgment Day to them splitting and Rhea and Dom not being together anymore, now it's Liv and Dom, and now the intros to this championship match. We'll have Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley for the Raw Women's Championship here. Probably, I'd say, we're a good halfway point of, Monday Night Raw here tonight. Once again, the 3-hour show could stay right at 3 hours, but it's, weekly gonna be, odds and ends, with the extra, time, whatever it turns out to be is what it turns out to be. It's not, 11:05, 11:10 like it used to be. Might be 11:15, might be 11:30, Might be midnight tonight for all we know. Who knows? Like I said, they know what's in store. We don't, unless you know, obviously read what's out there. And whether it's true or not, that's a different story. But so they'll show off the title, and here we go. So they ring the bell, and Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, 1-on-1 for the Raw Women's Championship. So Liv with some right hands, Rhea fighting back. Clothesline misses. And choke slam. And do a slam.
These two have certainly gone at it.
So yeah, Michael Cole on commentary tonight with Pat McAfee. Obviously, it's been Joe Tessitore with the play-by-play. We'll see, you know, who actually the announcers are going to be on Raw and SmackDown, moving forward. As Rhea power bombs Liv, as she caught her in midair ringside, but power bombs Liv on top of the announce table, and Rhea now scaring Dom off. They'll fade to black and go to another commercial break. So yeah, we'll get back to the action here shortly. So leave it at that, and just once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to social media. Links in the description below. Scan the QR code behind me if you haven't done so already.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with a deal and a different sub every day of the week. Fresh baked bread, fresh sliced meat, fresh chopped veggies, vinaigrette, plus chips and a drink. You've got the perfect lunch at the perfect price. Your coworker went with the $17 salad. Get it together, Stan. Find your fresh, the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway. Or make it a footlong for just $3 more.
Want to save on car insurance? Insurify gets you the best price on everything. To really save $200 a month. Belgium's payment range from $389 to $164. Stop waiting and see how much you can save today. Steve, where'd you get them?
GoVex.com.
Hey, Steve, nice boots. Where'd you get those?
GoVex.com. Exclusive deals for first responders, military, and law enforcement only at GoVex.com.
Hey, go to the team. Pecan. Confused? Maybe you just need a Snickers pecan.
The new Degree Whole Body Deodorant for all day protection. Degree, it won't let you down.
Rated T for teen. Can deliver. This.
Follow the stage tonight. You know that'll make the news. Nice little fluffy bounce. Are we starting again?
Legend.
Bravo. Freaking Mexican DJ Khaled up here. I know, right?
Back from break. They say Liv's been dominating But when we went to break, remember, Rhea just put Liv, well, not through the announce table, but she powerbombed her on top of it. And now they're back in the ring fighting, so yeah, Liv face first in the turnbuckle. And Liv putting Rhea face first in the mat, cover, kick out at 2. Liv now just slapping Rhea around. Kick, another kick. Liv just trying her best slapping Rhea, but Rhea now fighting back and yeah, back in control. Gonna pick her up and slam her down face first. Off the ropes, knee to the face. And powerbomb. But Liv barely hanging on. So Rhea had to get in a position so it didn't backfire, and then she power slams her. And quick roll up now. No, and then a suplex on a reverse. Okay. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Show a replay. So they say still to come, only 2 more matches. So then we'll see if, there's anything extra added in match-wise, let alone, a segment of, whether that be in the ring, with a promo of some sorts. Surprisingly, haven't had any backstage interviews, which is a little surprising, knowing them. Or if they're just, hey, like it's a pay-per-view, letting these, matches, get their time, and that's that. And I mean, rightfully so, as well, it fucking should be. But, like I said, too, it's the first Raw on Netflix. They'll get a gist over time of, exactly what they want to do, even though, once again, not much is going to be changing because it's still Monday Night Raw. Like, you're still going to have the, few hours it is to do what they're going to do, and that's that. Yeah, they're going to have to get used to saying that. Like, it's not just live tonight. Rhea with a pin, 1-2, kick out by Liv. It's almost 10 o'clock here on the East Coast, almost obviously 7 o'clock out West, but then, this is live. This ain't, once again on a delay in a different country, on a different day of the week, you gotta wait or whatever. No, this is live across the pond. This is live on all 7 continents right now. There's a steel chair being involved. Ref didn't see it because the ref was too busy making sure the title didn't get used. And then Rhea still kicks out, so match continues. Liv now with a suplex. Gonna go Three Amigos on Rhea. Boos from the crowd. So Liv connects on all three of those. And now she's gonna go up top and Viva la Raza. And a frog splash. Cover, 1, 2, kick out. And now Buffer. We're still alive. We roll on. Just real quick. It's just, technology. It's good, but there's a section we need to be good. Every once in a while, just depending on the connection. Buffer, disconnect, reconnect. But been smooth. Rhea now with Liv in position. Riptide, cover, no. Gonna do it again. Rhea gonna win the title. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, she does beat Liv. Rhea is your new Raw Women's World Champion, defeating Liv Morgan tonight on the debut episode of Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Regaining a title, she lost last year and clawed her way back to get the title back. And as I said earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if here comes Dom in the ring from behind. Dom gonna attack Rhea? I said, as they were making their entrance, wouldn't be surprised if Rhea would win, but then Liv, no, she probably retains one way or another, but no, not so fast, my friend, not so much. And now Dom in the ring wanting a hug. Liv loses and he turns on her like, fuck you, and now he wants to be back with Rhea. Just riding coattails. Rhea gonna hit him with the title. She kisses the title, lays it down, and she laughs. She's gonna hug Dom, but then she kicks him in the nuts with a low blow. And Rhea gonna hit Dom with a riptide as well. So she says no thanks on reunion. And the crowd loves it. And he might not be able to have kids now because of that kick. So Rhea's back to being world champion. So they show a replay of the finish. And Rhea is back to being world champ. And then her kicking Dom right in the balls. And she says, let's go, as she's the new WWE Raw Women's World Champion. Tiffany Stratton, the new... Oh, shit! A gong from The Undertaker. As I was saying, Tiffany Stratton's the new SmackDown Women's World Champion. And the American Badass is on Monday Night Raw. The other American Badass returned to the 1600 Pennsylvania Ave in 2 weeks. But Mark Calloway... And there he is on the bike. Gonna ride down to the ring. A little odd timing to have him come out after, you know, she's celebrating and back to being the new Raw Women's World Champion, but Big Evil. The dead man has risen. And he's just going to take a lap down the ramp, around the ring, and pack up the ramp. And I mean, I get character-wise, it connects with the two of them. But they going to throw the fist up with some pyro and... All right. They'll turn around and he'll rev it. So, I mean, The Undertaker with Monday Night Raw, you know, debuting, you know, at Survivor Series, you know, what, gonna be 35 years ago now, and then just, you know, becoming arguably one of the best characters, if not the best character in, you know, the pro wrestling business. All time, that is. Obviously got inducted to the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. They'll go backstage now with an interview, it looks like, here. But, yeah, The Undertaker, from, you know, this character to that character, you know, persona-wise, I mean, The Undertaker, the Dead Man, the Phenom, you know, Ministry of Darkness, you know, during the Attitude Era of Monday Night Raw, but you get the American Badass, you know, at the turn of the century, and obviously the streak at WrestleMania, and we're on the road to WrestleMania now, and rode off into the sunset, WrestleMania 36, into the night, you know, after he won the match against AJ Styles, which was one of the first, you know, cinematic matches they had in the Boneyard match, because of the situation everybody was dealt at the time. But then it was, what, Raw 30. He came back as the American Badass, and they had the segment with him and LA Knight, and then Bray Wyatt came out, and then, you know, Bray ended up passing away the following summer, almost 2 years ago now. Yeet, here comes Jey Uso. Looks like that's going to be coming up sometime soon here. Main event once again involving CM Punk. But I mean, they've had Taker, with his, Dead Man Tour and American Badass, Raw, NXT, SmackDown, but you can tell that's the shot they'll go to break with the WWE logo for Monday Night Raw and the Netflix logo when they fade to black. So now promoting some upcoming shows over the next couple months. So they'll be around in your neck of the woods at some point in time, it seems like. They normally always are. So keep an eye out for upcoming videos. Like I said, I'll update what I still gonna update with, recent events, recent shows, at a later date, and we'll upload, videos that need uploaded as well. So stay tuned for all that. But just thanks for tuning in tonight and watching my WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix for the first time ever. Live play, watch along reactions live right here on YouTube. I'm your host, PG Sports, going to Luke 96. So be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to social media. Links in the description below. Thumbs up button, share. That'll be hashtag WWE. They've said hashtag WWE Raw. It has been trending #1 on social media, so be sure to use that hashtag as well. Chat questions, comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. And be sure to check out Rogue Energy, HopeKThrifts, Dead and Hungry, and scan the QR code behind me if you haven't done so already. And we'll get back to the action shortly. Like I said, what they've advertised, technically only 2 more matches. But then, they're adding in this and that, just to buy some time. And just overall, we'll see if there's anything, big that's, going to be added in, sort of like what we just had there with The Undertaker. And all he did was, with the Rhea Ripley celebrating, you heard the gong, but then lights went out, boom, cue Kid Rock, American Badass, and he rides down on his bike and takes a lap around the ring and back up the ramp, and they celebrate together and then ride off. So, yeah.
A Chewy order is on the way for Rue, who can speak for himself, who can't shop for himself. So when he gave his Rue approval on the food Dad bought on Chewy, Dad put it on auto ship. So it always gets delivered right on Rue's schedule. The flavor Rue loves, the savings they love. For automatic delivery and 5% savings, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
Watch Raw on Netflix, which make sure to flip over to WWE's YouTube and Netflix YouTube channel as well, or any of WWE's social media platforms for Raw on the show. So Seth Wade Barrett and Big E had a press conference for participants, interviews, and exclusives. Well, Rock kicked off the show tonight. What a great moment that was. But as he was leaving the Intuit Dome, he was actually live on his Instagram.
The Rock was on Instagram Live leaving the arena as he's walking back through Gorilla. This is all the backstage stuff you see in documentaries and stuff. And sort of, really hasn't been allowed to be seen up until the past couple years. And Triple H just got blown off on a handshake by The Rock accidentally. And there he is with a bottle of liquor. And he's going to drive away in his truck. And The Rock says he's going to be on NXT tomorrow now. All right. So they're going to continue to show off who's in the building just to buy some time. There's Bill Simmons. We're in LA, but obviously a Boston Celtic fan. They're the NBA champs. Where's Zac Efron at? Where's Troy at? There's Vanessa Hudgens, but Michelle McCool, we just saw The Undertaker. Some more WWE wrestlers, superstars, if you will. Like I said, they're just buying time to get people on the show. You know, get their faces shown. Oh yeah, you're technically on the show, but you weren't. Lights go out. Now we're going to have a performance. And in the crowd, not, walking out of the entrance or, actually, they're just going to play his song. He's just standing there with the title. He's actually not going to perform. But the crowd went nuts. Actually, well, he's got a can of something and smoking something. Having himself a party. And now, so it's time to yeet. Here comes Jey Uso. And he's coming out with Travis Scott, and they've been down since, you guessed it, day one-ish. They're a bitch. So, everybody's yeeting, getting high with the drones and the Intuit Dome. Never thought I'd see somebody smoking an actual joint on Monday Night Raw, but here we are. By all means, roll me up. It's 4:20 somewhere, and it's just Muse day one-ish. The hell that says Michael Cole. Michael Cole's up on the announce table with Pat McAfee eating. Oh, God. Yeah, give him the joint. Let fucking McAfee and Cole smoke the joint. So everybody's yeeting. It's Monday, you know what that means. And how do you get down? Well, same way you got up there. Yeah, main event Jey Uso, not in the main event though, Monday Night Raw. So they'll go to break and we'll get back to it. And we saw a Royal Rumble promo. Here's Elimination Chamber promo. Like I said, Rumble's on February the 1st. Chamber's on March the 1st. But we'll lock in on this road to WrestleMania. Their time in this, you know, probably as good as you expect. You know, it's 10 o'clock. They say 2 more matches, counting this one as well, including this. So, yeah, it might be 11. Still, 3-hour Raw. Unless they add in something else, and then you know, really go over. But the thing is with Punk wrestling, just not on Raw or SmackDown for the first time in forever, but just in general. And then, you know, his injury history. So, you look at that and it's like, well, they're probably hoping nothing happens, including himself. Because we saw last year, you know, the Rumble, he got hurt. You know, there was a chance that they could have done this feud with the storyline for the title a year ago, but then, you know, Rollins lost to Drew, who's facing Jey Uso here next, and then, you know, obviously Priest cashed in, and then he had the Priest title run before he lost to Gunther, and Gunther's now world champ, and yeah, just they hit the pause button on Punk and Rollins, and, you know, saved it, and, you know, put it on the back burner up until now. But obviously there's a lot of history we'll get more into a little bit later on still, but yeah, next main event Jey Uso in action. So
Grab some Boya Maria cookies. The ones with the golden wrapper.
you'd have to think he's going to find a way to win, and Drew's going to be pissed, and yeah. Or if Drew does win, maybe somebody attacks him. I don't know. We'll see.
And you can turn them into a real treat. Boya Maria cookies give snack time a golden touch.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollar? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices and tap to switch online. That's it. No phone calls and no wasted time. Go to Insurify and save today.
They're gonna whoop that trick on NXT tomorrow. SmackDown on Friday night. And then we'll continue on the road to WrestleMania. Royal Rumble. Once again, 3 weeks from Saturday. But yeah, they just announced, and there's the graphic for it. The Rock's going to be on NXT tomorrow night. It's the New Year's Evil TV special. But Jey Uso in the ring, awaiting the Scottish psychopath turned warrior. Oh, we got a ref cam for this match. All right. So here comes Mr. McIntyre. And he's gonna slow walk his ass to the ring. You gonna get pyro here? Yeah. From the top of the scaffolding. Jey Uso, not wasting any time, suicide dive, taking out Drew ringside. Match technically still hasn't begun though, because bell hasn't rung, but we'll get this show on the road with a yeet and another suicide dive, but Drew catches him and gonna drive him into the ring apron and then a suplex as Drew continues to try to take his clothes off with, his ring attire to get to his trunks, and a chop now. So yeah, technically still no match just yet. Bell hasn't rung yet, not official. Now they're both in the ring, so they're gonna ring the bell. Ring the bell. Here we go. And then Jay moves out of the way real quick into the corner, and so we'll see how this goes. One-on-one, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre. And then still only, as advertised, one more match to go after this, unless they add anything else. McIntyre mocking the yeet. Chop to the chest. Right hand. Right hand. They're just punching each other back and forth here. Another chop. Another, you guessed it, right hand. Another chop as they got the ring post cam with this match as well, but then the ref cam. That one's a drone. but 7, 8, 9, 10 on the punches. But then Jey Uso gonna powerbomb Drew in the middle of the ring. So now they're both down and out. So we'll see who gets their feet first. Drew will probably kip up. So they zoom out, arrow shot of inside. As this match will continue. Yeet. Yeet. And yeet on the punches. Kick, nope. Drew reverses. Pele kick by Jey Uso. The Yeet Master himself. Ooh, so. And the yeet for Jey really came around as he hits a rear view there into the corner. It was not this past fall, but the fall before, a little over a year and a half ago now. One of those pay-per-views during the presser afterwards, post-game, post-event press conference, as they show off some results from the matches earlier tonight now. Him and Cody were drunker than skunks, and a couple sheets to the wind. There's a kip up by Drew, and they just, yeet, and it just caught on, and the rest is history. 3, 2, 1. Drew here with a Claymore kick. But Jey reverses with a kick of his own. And a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out. Should be going to commercial break, I'd have to guess, here sometime soon. Surprised they've let it play out this long. Normally, especially with the matches that we've seen, earlier tonight. You all right, big dog? You fall. You all right, buddy? Huh? Come here. You all right? Jey off the top rope, but Drew got his knees up. But no, just knowing, camera angles and when they normally go to break, and spine buster there, but what we've already seen tonight. And, I guess they did go to break after Jey's entrance and then got right to with the match. Powerbomb, kick out at 2 as well, but you just would have thought something ringside they would have went to break, and maybe they're going to give this whole entire match a non-commercial break, and we'll take one before the main event, but then they'll really give us commercials during that Punk Rollins match, I bet. And then we'll see once again if the show is going to be over at 11, a little after 11. We go longer than that. Who knows? Yeet on the punches again, and then boos. Chop to the chest. DDT now. Jey gonna pick him up, but reversal. There's a DDT by McIntyre. Cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. Match continues.
He was eating with Travis Scott just a few minutes ago. Now he's taking everything that Drew McIntyre can throw. DDT
I mean, you either like Drew or you don't like Drew, depending on, the story. Because he can be a good guy, he can be a bad guy. Or he can be that, tweener in the middle. One of the Claymore, but then a spear by Jey Uso. Here's the cover. 1, 2, kick out.
Precision on that spear. You're talking right shoulder right to the sternum of Drew McIntyre. Into it goes. Watch him stand. First Drew. Here on neck. It's still crazy to think about.
And at this rate, too, they might be going home here before too long.
For good reason. And two of the best doing battle one-on-one in this matchup tonight.
There's a super kick.
Drew's still favoring the left.
And another super kick.
Super kick by Jey. Drew McIntyre somehow still on his feet.
Gonna go for another spear. But then Drew with a knee. Another super kick. Off the ropes. Double clothesline. No. Claymore kick. Claymore by Drew McIntyre. Cover 1, 2. Jey kicks out.
No idea how you kick out from that. 275-pound man from full speed puts a heel through your toe. McIntyre just continuing to get more and more angry with the stain and the hatred he has for main event Jey Uso and anybody involved with Roman Reigns and his bloodline. Ground and pound right now for Drew McIntyre. This is the viciousness of the Scottish warrior. Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso.
Chops. Headbutt.
And a blast-out kiss to seal it.
And now Drew wants another Claymore kick here. Telling Uso to get up.
Claymore here, and it's over. Absolutely no doubt about that. For any you, not just Jey Uso.
But then Jey just falls to his knees and falls down lying on the mat. Drew now standing over top of him laughing like, well, what am I supposed to do? So he's just gonna shrug his shoulders and all right, I'll just go to this corner and wait till he gets up and then Claymore kick him. Drew lining up another Claymore kick here. But then Jey rolls him up on a reverse 1, 2, 3, and that does it. Jey Uso, your winner. And Drew's like, what the hell just happened? He's all pissed off now. Was going to go chase Jey down, it looked like, but I mean, I'd say so.
And he paid for it. Jey Uso picks up a massive win over a shot Drew McIntyre. Oh, he's tonight, folks.
And now Gunther video package, it looks like, as the world champion.
I've heard everyone say it. When in you at home. It is a new era for everyone else. But not for me.
He says not a new era for him, he's going to stay the same. As he should. He shouldn't change.
Mean nothing to me.
Because he doesn't need to.
Winning dreams and hopes. And their ambitions. Don't die. At the end of their tunnel. Because I hope the price
So he tells us who he is.
WWE first, please welcome a world-renowned comedian and longtime fan and friend of WWE, Gabriel Iglesias. Oh my God, yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great with you. You have a massive week ahead of you. Tomorrow, 4 new Netflix special debuts, Legend of Fluffy, January 7th, you gotta watch it. And tonight, you are helping usher in a new era of WWE here on Netflix. So what are you most looking forward to tonight, Fluffy?
I'm really excited about
No, Gabriel Iglesias, hell no.
what is going on. We haven't had a chance to explain what happened between us and Big E because the WWE Universe won't let us. Where's our time now?
This is Raw on Netflix. This is the biggest platform this industry has ever seen. You should be interviewing the greatest tag team on the face of planet Earth and not talking to this fluffy buffoon.
Before? Dude, I let you guys know when you had cereal. What's going on?
It's always joking, isn't it?
Well, since you won't give us time or respect,
Yeah.
we're gonna take it, right?
Actually hearing that you're out of time?
We're out of time. And Tozawa gonna.
Oh man, hey, well, you know what? I want to stay and hang out, but man, I got to find amazing seats. Thank you, Netflix. Gotta go. One more thing before I leave. You, they sucks. They sucks.
Yeah, they do. But Tozawa gonna maybe leave a little smell. Now Reigns walking backstage with Paul Heyman talking to him. This seemingly is after their match from earlier, with Reigns beating Solo to be the tribal chief. And now the whole world can acknowledge Roman Reigns. He says January 27th. All right. And then WWE 2K25 graphic. So maybe what? Is Reigns going to be on the cover of 2K25? And it's going to be announced on January 27th. There's Seth Rollins. And he's getting ready for his main event match against CM Punk, but they say welcome to the WWE Netflix era, and they'll go to commercial break, and seemingly the main event's going to be coming up here next. So, like I said, we'll see if they add in anything else or not, but been a decent show. I mean, hot start, and right to 9 o'clock then, and a couple matches since, and here we are. I mean, it's the first of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, but it's still, you know, it's all said and done on Monday Night Raw that, you know, we've had over the past 30 plus years. So, yeah.
Life doesn't always go as planned, which is why Domino's is giving you an emergency pizza. A free pizza to use when you need it most. No matter the reason, Domino's has you covered. Get your emergency pizza when you order Domino's online.
So Domino's now in Squid Games.
Oh, that reminds me. Coming to my after party? What are you missing? Want me to bring lines? That'd be so helpful, Steven. You're gonna try the new margarita recipe. Rocks twist guy. Hey, can I come? I sent you an invite. I've been watching my spam. Great cocktail. Perfect. It's gonna be tradicional cristalino. Smooth as an edge. 3 ingredients. 2 packs of Ben's original jasmine rice. 1, 2, 3 social keys. 3 real life BFFs. We're all original recipes.
This April, here's a WrestleMania video package. They'll hit Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada for the showcase of the Immortals. Hard to believe we're already on the road to WrestleMania again. It feels like we just had WrestleMania 40. So yeah, WrestleMania going to be Easter weekend this year, April 19th and 20th, 2025. They say 103 days away from WrestleMania. They've already began the countdown. What the hell's up with that graphic? They completely flipped it and it was upside down. More celebs going to be shown off. There's the arrow. It's Tiffy time. There's Tiff, the new SmackDown Women's World Champ, cashing her Money in the Bank the other night. And now the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan, the Immortal, with the mouth of the South, with an American flag. And he's wearing his real American beer shirt. And today is January the 6th, and Trumpomania running wild in 2 weeks, back in the Oval Office. Yeah. So Hogan coming out. And the American people were fighting. Fighting for what's right. And Hulk Hogan on Monday Night Raw. Let me tell you something, brother.
You know something, maniacs? I've been in this business for over 40 years, and the greatest part of my life was being part of this great WWE guys.
Is he getting booed right now? I mean, they are in Democratic California, I might add, so yeah. If you like your high prices, by all fucking means. And he's promoting his real American beer.
Yeah,
as he's now name dropping, obviously, former partners, let alone enemies of his. So what you gonna do when the WWE and Netflix gets Raw as he rips the shirt? Crowd obviously didn't like that, but you know, once again, they are in California, so hey, yeah, fight through the noise and put people in their place. You know, prove them wrong. So now they're going to promote Monday Night Raw for next week. Everybody has their own opinion. You know, it's like, you know, everybody has an asshole. But who's the luchador Chad Gable is going to face next week, they say? That's clearly going to be Penta. They'll have a street fight on Raw next week as well. Graphics are, you know, good for these promos. Priest and Balor. And a street fight next week on Monday Night Raw. There's Stephanie McMahon. McMahon's in general. And shout out to Vince. And now we're going to burn it down with Seth frickin' Rollins. So main event time on the first ever Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Here, buddy. There you go. As he'll get serenaded by the crowd. And Rollins and a Punk coming up next. Both, you know, Chicago sports fans. And we saw when Punk returned to the WWE at Survivor Series in Chicago last year, what Rollins' reaction was. You know, he's called him a cancer in the industry. You know, and CM Punk, he's had his good, he's had his bad. But obviously the fans still love him, and I mean, fans also love Seth frickin' Rollins though too. So, like I said, there's deep history of these two. Obviously, it goes back with the Shield. You know, Punk leaving the way he did, Rollins at that point in time, you know, with the Authority and winning Money in the Bank and then cashing in the main event of WrestleMania 31, and hardly that's going to be 10 years in a couple months. Damn, man. Here's a Royal Rumble promo once again. Be February the 1st. So, yeah, Road to WrestleMania kicking off. We'll have 30 men, 30 women. Obviously, over the top Battle Royal for one goal to win and then go on to main event WrestleMania. So, I'll have videos, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. But, yeah, Punk Rollins coming up next in the main event here on Raw tonight. And as I was saying, just, all right, over time, Punk, after he left, got into UFC, and that didn't go too good. And then he did return to wrestling, was in AEW obviously for a couple years, and then got fired there, and then returned to the WWE, and he's injury prone for sure. But then Rollins, in the meantime, while Punk was gone, Rollins was one of the top guys, and I mean still is. And that's what I said earlier too. They sort of put this on the back burner up until as of late. And they actually ended the final Raw on television last week in the main event with these two bickering and arguing, back and forth with each other. Two damn good promos. And then now they're going to main event, the first Raw on Netflix here tonight. So we'll see how the show ends. Like I said, we'll see if we get any glass shattering or not. And that would be for Phil Brooks more so than Colby. But should still be a damn good match, damn good main event. But yeah, they could have done this a year ago. They decided to wait, and even up until the summer, obviously Rollins was supposed to get ref at SummerSlam in Punk's match, but it's really just one-on-one here with these two. Really starting now, we'll see what happens and then go from there. I mean, because it could turn into a trilogy. That's what they did with the Rollins last year with McIntyre. And then obviously, Drew won the title, and then you have, Punk there, screwing him over, and then that escalated that, and then, Priest in the meantime cashed in and tie in with Rollins, and Priest then the only two to ever, cash in their Money in the Bank at WrestleMania and win it. But no, yeah, Punk gonna be coming out here. Look at my eyes, what do you see? And yeah, we'll see here how this main event goes as they promote Saturday night's main event. Be a week or two before the Royal Rumble, but Royal Rumble then obviously. So yeah, they're keeping some content still on NBC Universal, with obviously Raw not on USA Network anymore, but SmackDown is, and then you have Saturday night main event. There's gonna be a post show to Monday Night Raw here tonight with a press conference. It looks like as they've rolled out since Triple H took over. Obviously, you'd see that in New Japan. AEW's done it. WWE does it as well. I mean, you see that in any other sport. After a game. But yeah, we're burning it down in the main event with Seth frickin' Rollins, and now the Chicago-made Punk gonna make his entrance. So. Or you see come out with a different entrance song. Nope, it's called a personality. He's the so-called best in the world. And yeah, look at my eyes. What do you see? It's called a personality. So we're burning it down. The fire's burning, and it's main event time of Monday Night Raw. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to social media. Links in the description below. And the crowd's singing along. And we all know what time it is. It's clobbering time. So he'll walk backwards to the ring. Throw up the X. And now up the steps into the ring. Yeah, the Shield. Yep. Yep. Just telling you all about this. And then Rollins, you know, was one of the top guys. Still is one of the top guys. And now Punk's back. You know, now here we have this story. So, yeah. Bell rings, and here we go. Main event time on Monday Night Raw. So, yeah, we'll go to the top of the hour. 11 o'clock, maybe a little after. You know, it ain't going to be, you know, anything extra as some might have thought earlier. That's what you'll believe it when you see it happen. But bell rings, and yeah, main event time on Monday Night Raw. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and they're just staring each other down. Holy shit chant from the crowd. And they're just going to go at it now. Throwing some haymakers back and forth. Clothesline, nope. And before too long, he's going over the top rope. Nope. Now Rollins will actually go over the top rope with a clothesline by Punk. And then Punk jumps and lands on his feet. Suicide dive incoming from Rollins into the barricade on CM Punk, yes. And now they're going to rip apart the announce table. Rollins telling the ref to let it ride. Let us do what we want. There's a chop. And now going to fight into the crowd. CM Punk chant from the crowd. They're fighting to the right of the announce table, just, you know, a couple rows deep there with the fans. Just that open area that's sometimes there. Be the opposite timekeepers area. Rollins now off the barricade with a jump, but Punk punches. Rollins now gets hit from behind with the top of the announce table, that cover they have with the Raw logo and such. Let's go Rollins. CM Punk chant now from the crowd. And then a stomp misses. GTS. Rollins fighting out of that. As Rollins kicks Punk into the corner with his red tights. The long boys, if you will, Punk's in black and white trunks. Rollins arguing with the ref here, not paying attention to Punk as he was just kicking him into the corner. And Punk then with a big boot. Jesus Christ, now they're off the top rope with a cutter. They're both lucky they didn't fall before they hit that. Holy shit chant from the crowd. They'll fade to black and we'll go to break, and probably going to be the final commercial break of the evening. As it's, 10 till as it would be, with the final commercial break. With Monday Night Raw on TV, here we are on Netflix. Timing wise, everything's still, mostly the same. Not really, much has changed. Like I said, we'll see about an overrun and see, when the show officially ends. But, just obviously big promotion with, first ever Raw on Netflix, and no doubt about it. I mean, go all out and want the eyeballs on the product. Overall show, though, I mean, you're talking about a hot start, just history being made and so on and so forth. And once, the matches really started to, get going, everything settled down and settled in, and they're trying to get as many faces on, the TV tonight with, whether they're in the company or not, and there's celebrities in attendance. All right, well, you're on the first episode of Raw on Netflix. I mean, big whoop. What people are going to remember tonight is obviously it's the first ever Raw on Netflix. Roman beating Solo to say he is the tribal chief, as we've known he is, has been, but it still is. But we'll see about the ending to this. People might be talking about that then too, if it's something big. But then it's still just a bunch of stuff in between. I mean, obviously, Rhea Ripley did win the Raw Women's World Championship. So 2 new champions in the women's division on both Raw and SmackDown over the past couple of days, with Tiffany Stratton cashing in her Money in the Bank has the other, but Undertaker, American Badass, yeah. But just a lot of the, really was said and done, same old stuff. So, I mean, they didn't bleep, fuck you Solo. They let that play. But, it's just the look, graphic wise with this or that, a couple camera shots. And it's still Monday Night Raw. Yeah, the ring mat's different. We talked about that earlier with all the sponsorships on it now, but you still got to go out and wrestle. You still got to go out and cut a promo. So that's what I was saying earlier, even before the show started. Like, as much as things change, things stay the same. And, that's for sure true. Here, over 3.5 hours later. So, back to it. Main event continues here. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, one-on-one. And they're in the corner. We did see Travis Scott smoke a joint on Monday Night Raw tonight, which I said at that time, never thought I'd see anybody actually smoking a real joint, doobie, pot, Mary J, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Just clear as day, and they allowed it. Which, okay, you're on Netflix, but still surprisingly they allowed that. But it is legal, so it's like people want to cause a stir about it, make a big deal about it, and fucking let them, So they were booing Hulk Hogan, for God's sakes, because of his political views. It's like, cry me a fucking river, get over your fucking self. It's like people are gonna bitch regardless of whatever the topic or situation's gonna be or is, because that's just what people do. They bitch and complain until, they get their way. Try to, at least. Because I think they're entitled. That's the problem with nowadays in social media. It's the way it is, though. So it is what it is at the end of the day. Because you can only control what you can control. Punk wanted Rollins to go to sleep, but no, not so fast. And now Rollins with a GTS on CM Punk, but he rolls out of the ring. So they'll show a replay, and yeah, got him right on the head. So Punk's gathering himself ringside as he rolled out of the ring off of the GTS. So Rollins now ringside kicking Punk, saying, do you hear these people? Rollins now going to roll him back into the ring. But then Punk with a curb stomp on Seth Rollins, cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. So they both just used each other's moves. That's, something that you really wanted to expect. Maybe one of them, to do the opposite, but not both, and actually execute it. And now Punk gonna tell Rollins to go to sleep. GTS, yes, but Rollins catches it, and Rollins hits a GTS on Punk, and a cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Match continues. So we'll show a replay of that as they're both hitting each other's moves on each other. Rollins going to go for a stomp here. Watch Punk move out of the way. Yeah. And then he rolls out of the ring. Again. And then Rollins telling Punk, yeah, why don't you run away? Run away like you always do. And now you got nowhere to run. They're on top of the announce table. And a GTS by Punk on Rollins on the announce table? No. And then a pedigree, though, on and through the announce table? But I am the table. I am the table. Yeah, they're going to sell the knee injury, but he's okay. So back into the ring we go. And now Rollins going to try to hit a pedigree in the middle of the ring on Punk. Yes, that connects. Roll him over, cover him. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5 again. So CM Punk chant from the crowd. So now they're just going to slap each other. There's a knee. Punk up on his feet. Rollins as well. And another big right hand. Neck breaker, no. Kick, yeah. Rollins into the corner. Punk gonna run up, but Rollins has him in a powerbomb position. And buckle bomb. Yep. And then off the ropes. Stomp. Punk really wasn't lined up that well for it, but curb stomp connects. Gonna roll out again. Maybe get a rope break here. Cover. 1, 2, yeah. Foot on the rope. Rope break. Match continues. This is awesome chant. Just once again, as I mentioned earlier, we know Punk's injury history, so, doing this, doing that, it's like, well, who knows what the story is going to be after tonight, a couple of days from now. Well, is he hurt again? Is he not? Blah, blah, blah. Because it ain't one thing, it's another. It's always something with CM Punk. Punk up into the corner. Rollins to follow. Fight forever. Rollins like growling, yelling, like gonna run up and grab Punk, and they're gonna vertical superplex off the top rope. Yep. And roll it through. But then Punk with a GTS, and that connects, and Rollins into the ropes, and Punk on his knees, and Rollins right to his shoulders again. So gonna go for another GTS if Punk can get to his feet. Struggling a little bit, but he does. And another GTS from CM Punk to Seth frickin' Rollins. Here's your cover. 1, 2, 3. And CM Punk defeats Seth frickin' Rollins in the main event of the first ever Monday Night Raw on Netflix. We go a couple minutes past 11 o'clock. And seemingly, go to 11:05, 11:10 if they have to, like it used to be. I still want to think really any later than that. Potentially at some points in times if it comes down to it, but if they're not doing that for, this big of a show, then, it'll be, still 3. Maybe a couple minutes after, but, 3 hours for Raw, 3 hours SmackDown. SmackDown's eventually going to go back to 2, so they say. Just a matter of when. Punk celebrates. They hit the closing credits as Rollins is actually busted open. And they say the post show's next. They say thanks for watching. And with the closing credits and the trademark and the copyright, they'll fade to black, and the Netflix logo and sound. That does it for WWE Monday Night Raw and the debut episode on Netflix this evening. So let me know in the comments below what you thought. And as always, thanks for tuning in and watching my live play. Watch Long Reactions live right here on YouTube. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media if you haven't done so already. Links in the description below. And I'll see everybody when I see you. Keep an eye out for more content, more videos live right here on the YouTube channel in the near future. But we're into a new era in the WWE, specifically with Monday Night Raw now being live streamed on Netflix. So we'll see what the future holds, as you'll have Raw on Mondays, NXT still on Tuesdays, obviously, and then SmackDown's on Friday nights. But Royal Rumble right around the corner, and we're on the road to WrestleMania. So we'll see what happens over the next couple months, as it should be, because it always is an exciting time of year in the world of pro wrestling. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below.